It's been so long since I stopped using that intro music. Anyway,
EA Sports. It's in the game.
2016 was a very depressing year, for me especially. I don't like to go all personal, so I won't, but I can say that I was still on Male or Niner. Fuck me. I was gonna make May as a FEMA for review EA games in 2014, but I scrapped that idea, moved it to August, and went with something easy. Then I decided to review a few EA Sports titles 2 years later, as well as using Source Filmmaker for the majority of the scenes. In universe, it was when I met this lovely girl named Marie, who I just gave her a name 2 years later. And since she was always naked throughout the month, I tried my best not to show as much nudity as possible for it to not be removed. But I did upload an uncensored version on VidMe. Biggest mistake! In a nutshell, it started with a Poochie Cat review at the end, where she demanded me to do some vaguely written crap to get my copy of SSX back. While I was reviewing 3 EA Sports games, in between, we had some fun, some violence, some bickering, some sexual assault, and then some resolution, which led to a day that went wrong. And now she returned from prison, I got punched for wanting to be friends instead. Don't worry, everything's solved in a matter of 2 years. So yeah, today I have to review some EA Sports title, but I don't want to do a review of some regular sports title. I could do SSX, but that's a PS2 exclusive and my PC used to wait for PCSX2. I want something different for a change.
Hey, Sassy.
Huh. So you got tired of the dyed black hair for now?
Yes. But that's not important.
That'll work. Oh hey, something more engaging than the actual sport. NASCAR Rumble was released on the last day of January 2000, exclusively to the PlayStation by Visual Games, known back then as EA Railroad Shores, who also made the amazing masterpiece loved by all called Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004, baby!
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in
And also the Dead Space games. They're dead now! Back to Rumble 1, was this released in Europe? It doesn't even say which part of the world was for the date, so it's safe to say that it was released worldwide.
It was actually released only in America.
FUCK! For a racing game full of crazy shit in the vein of Mario Kart, I didn't expect the menu music to be so chill. So you can do a single race or a championship, and to unlock harder difficulties you have to do the first 6 cups in Rookie and then Pro, at least in the standard mode. When you finish gold in the tournament, you unlock tracks as well as the Legends version, where you get to do the same tourneys but with a Legend driver as an included opponent. There's also Cyber Team mode where you race with a teammate, but it's pretty much like standard races, it's just that both of them have to finish quicker than the rest. Plus there's Showdown, which are 1-lap single duel races. They're entirely optional as you can finish the game with just the standard 6 championships. You start of course with the rookie cars, which are most if not all of the licensed drivers from the 1999 Winston Cup, plus some truck series racers, several legendary drivers, and some original vehicles, but once you progress, faster versions will be unlocked which will look more hot rodish. So as for gameplay, imagine Mario Kart for someone who think Mario's a commie or something. It drives great for an arcade racer, they're quite drifty but easy to drive. No matter the terrain, it feels great, arcadey yet natural, even when your opponents kick your ass with your power-ups. This game isn't just Mario Kart with a NASCAR skin wrapped around it. Its power-up system is different. While there is some things in common like turbo boost, oil slicks, and shields, it has some unique ones, like Shockwave, which pushes your opponents away from you while also giving you a speed boost, drop of a fuel tank which slows one of them down if picked, grip tires which are a double-edged sword, while it gives you grip and can lift one side of the car if you turn too much. There is a habit which gives you a force field on the front. If you bump into them, they will fly away from you in ridiculous fashion. Then you have the Joker, which is very common when you're in first place. While in any other place you get a good power up most of the time, when in first you might get a shield, grip or boost, but most of the time it slows you down or reduces grip. I said that would stop me. Then you have 3 roaming weapons which act like the red Koopa shells in Mario Kart. Twister will spin the cars in the air, Storm will screw up your handling, and Freeze, well, completely freezes the handling. Wait, if it's supposed to freeze the handling, why does it visually freeze the body but not the tires? Missed a small detail there. The freeze power-up is the worst for the receiving end, as you can't turn and it spreads your foot by a big margin, unless you're in a straight line. You have to rely on hitting the walls from the side to actually turn. I can live with tornadoes and storms, but I'd rather not die in a fucking frozen car. Thankfully, you can avoid them by slowing down below 50 miles an hour, enter a shortcut, or miraculously get a shield. Yes, slowing down to avoid the weapons. Makes so much sense. While the warning text can help you save yourself, there are a few times that doesn't, like in the spirals. The warning doesn't appear and it can screw you up your chances. Like I said, you start off with Roki, which is pathetically easy. Most of the time you're far ahead of the pack in first place, and your only obstacles are the ones on the road and the incoming houses behind you. No joke, you'll be 20, 30, even 60 seconds ahead of everyone. This feels like I'm playing in kid play mode. Pro though? That's when things start to get crazy. Apart from the occasional lack of rubber banding, you'll get your ass kicked most of the time, especially in the first track of the Badlands. It's even worse if you set the power-ups in Mayhem, which will give you the roaming weapons even if you're in first place. Then you have the Legends tournaments, which you get to race against not only the NASCAR regulars at the time, but also a legend in one of the track themes. They always get too close, and no matter how far ahead of them you are, they will get you. They will enter every shortcut, they make it hard to pass them, they're relentless. Ah, good old-fashioned rubber banding. If you win a tourney, you will receive the difficulty version of the car, plus the weaker versions if you win in Elite or Pro. There are 6 tournaments with 3 tracks each, themed after something like Mardi Gras, Metropolis, Beach Blast, all that. Plus it has 3 bonus tracks exclusive to single race, like the Velodrome that reminds me of World Rage 2, the Mayan Ruins, and the Colosseum, which is literally the only oval racetrack in the game, and it's not even going counterclockwise. In total there are 21 tracks. They offer some great scenery for a PS1 game. I quite like the beach tracks with its mix of sand sections and tropical forest roads. Metropolis is my least favorite, but despite the tracks having simple layouts and most of the time taking place on a highway that blocks some of the scenery, it has its unique stuff like spirals, cross jumps, and the fact that it takes place at night reminds me of Wagon Midnight. The first track of Sudden Explosion is also generic, but not for long, and the rest are quite good to make up for it, especially the last track of it, where the layer is shaped like a pig. I don't mind the repetitiveness of the tracks when you get to Pro and Elite, and I enjoy the tracks a lot. Well, most of the time. As the car classes and the settings offer a lot of variety, obviously no 2 races are the same, and I like it. Presentation is great. Despite the obvious warping and shimmering, it looks pleasing to the eyes. Vibrant colors, great scenery, charming car models. The only problem is that I can't look back. I can hold R1 to bring up the mirror and it can help me, but it can tank the frame rate considerably. Speaking of which, it jumps around. When there's a lot of drivers visible, it goes down to 25, but a few times, when you're at the edge of the map, it increases to 40 or 50. And if you're in time trial and only use the bumper cam, you'll get a 60 FPS experience. Sometimes. At least it doesn't speed up the gameplay like NASCAR 99. Sound is fine. There's this voice announcer person who occasionally says stuff when you pick up and use power-ups, get hair time, hit another car, drive the wrong way. It's entertaining for about 5 minutes and you just want to shout him up.
You were asking for. Ooh, happy birthday! Ignition! It's good to be the king.
Sorry ladies! Nothing much else to say about other than the music. Much like Spider-Man on the PS1, it uses low bitrate music, even in the menus. Shame because it sounds catchy. I would kill for a high quality version of the soundtrack.
Well, that was short.
Well, what else can I say about a simple arcade racer a la Mario Kart? This game kicks ass, even if it kicked my ass so many times in my playthrough. Shame that it's only available in the US, but don't fret! There's emulation of course, but there's also a sequel, Rumble Racing, exclusive to the PS2 in 2001. It doesn't use a NASCAR license, but it's still the same experience, but better. And you can get it in PAL regions, which is great. Must be something to do with the NASCAR license, as it isn't as popular in Europe like American football. Wait. Why do I still have a nerve to bleach my hair? Oh great, it's my bitter rival. I'm leaving. Think you can outsmart me like that?
It's just a haircut. Don't be so repulsive.
A haircut? A haircut? It took me months to grow and now I lost my beautiful style. All thanks to you.
Maybe you shouldn't agree to play with me in the first place.
Oh, Captain Hindsight over here. You know, maybe I shouldn't have freed you from prison. I could have just ignored your thick ass and moved on to better things.
You're just jealous of my body. All busty, all curvy. You wish you had something like that, do you?
I'm actually quite happy with my body.
Yeah, but you're stuck in your dead-end job as a stocky future talk show host instead of a model like me. You will never be as good as Coleman.
At least I don't need a strict diet to look good.
What are you talking about? I actually don't need that.
You don't? To be fair, my views on modeling are quite skewed.
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry about the Uno thing.
You're forgiven. Wow, that was fantastic. Never had it like that in my whole life. It's good to be back together. What's wrong?
Ever since Sassy came out and started transitioning, she's starting to look like you, reminding me of the good times we both had. She feels like a bootleg version of you. She just isn't the same anymore.
Well, tell you the truth, I actually quite enjoy your new look. Makes us feel like actual twins. It's actually something else, huh?
I still have bad memories of that moment many years ago.
I'm sorry, it's just that you really shouldn't have stalked me. There's no need to beat me up. Ow! Ugh, you bitch! I'm gonna kill you! And then I'll lock you up in the basement when you come back. You shouldn't have come back here, you Why? That's enough, lass. You had your fun today. Who the fuck are you? SPD, a detective and also a friend of her. Just please don't contact me until that special day comes in. Special day? What is this vague shit? You'll know. You're right, stalking wasn't the best idea for me.
It wasn't the stalking. It was the friend's part that hurt the most.
Oh dear, that really hurts. I am so sorry that happened to you.
Sarah, I've got something to say to you. I love you.
You do? I love you too. It really was a bummer.
I still love her, and we've settled our differences after that horrendous day. It seems she's improving herself and our love life, but ever since the day we went to that goth club a year ago, she's recently getting more unstable after being possessed with a demonic curse.
Yeah, she isn't cute when she's angry.
Actually, I do have a fetish for hate sex, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Look. Never speak of this or our relationship to Sassy. Pretend that we're still bitter enemies when she's around.
I promise. My love.